Alright guys, so I just thought I'd talk about more about these kind of loose ideas I've had in the past of kind of doing like putting Disney characters in the all-new, all-different Marvel universe and making some of them superheroes, much like with Dipper being a new version of the Hulk, Pen-Zero being a new Iron Man. And yeah, I figured I'd do two more today. I feel I decided to talk about two more ideas. Now, these aren't really big planned out ideas. So yeah, I don't know how long this video will be, but it's more or less me talking about all the, just kind of loose ideas. And again, it's a cool concept, but it's like, how the fuck do I do this? That's kind of how it goes, is that it's like, how the fuck do I do this? Anyway, so... anyway, let's talk about the first of these new ideas, being Marco Diaz, Ghost Rider. Now, the idea I had for Marco being a new Ghost Rider is that, yes, Robbie Reyes is still the current Ghost Rider in this all-new, all-different Marvel universe, but Marco is also a Ghost Rider, but he didn't get his powers the same way Robbie or even Johnny or Danny did. He got his powers instead of where Robbie got his powers from. Basically, it's never been fully explained of how he got his powers, but it's clear that he did something bad, more or less. But with Marco got his powers after making a deal with Blackheart, not Mephisto. He made a deal with Mephisto's son Blackheart. In that deal, the deal was that after the events of Secret Wars, the worlds were kind of cut off. All the worlds were kind of cut off in this all-new, all-different Marvel universe. Thus being, Star and Marco were separated, and Marco wanted to see Star more than anything else. So he ended up making a deal with Blackheart to, if he could see Star again, then he would be a new Ghost Rider. Now, the thing is that the reason why Blackheart wants his own Ghost Rider is because he still wants to be kind of like a ruler of his father's dimension in Hell. So, and the big thing in the afterlife is how you get the power. First you get the souls, then you get the power, then you get the bitches. I'm not totally sure on that last detail, but definitely the souls. I think the souls, then the power, then the bitches, or I could be the bitches. Anyway, I'm getting too far into logistics. Anyway, so yeah, what Blackheart wants Marco to do is to be his own Ghost Rider and to hunt down damn souls to, more or less give Blackheart power. And yeah, Marco knows. This is a really bad idea, but, he can't do anything else about it. He can't go to Star's world anymore. The dimensional scissors are gone, Star is on Muni, and it's getting bad on Muni. He knows it's getting bad on Muni. So he'll do anything to save Star. He'll do anything to protect her. Even though he knows she can protect herself, he still wants to be there for her, Gotta get that Starco, though. So yes, he is now a Ghost Rider. So Marco, his Ghost Rider is different from Robbie Reyes or the other Ghost Rider. He's more in line with Johnny and Danny, really, in that he has a kick-ass motorcycle, and well, it's more of a chopper, really. If you want to go by Pulp Fiction standards, it's not a motorcycle, baby. It's a chopper. Anyway. So his powers are slightly different. Yes, he can still, he still has all the powers that a regular Ghost Rider has, all the strengths and weaknesses, but however, he can actually do something a little different. He can actually use the Pen and Stare while he is human. When he's not Ghost Rider, he can actually use the Pen and Stare, but it's a little different when he's human. When he uses the Pen and Stare on people, he can actually see their sins. It's not like when he's Ghost Rider, he can punish them with the Pen and Stare, but with his, in the human form of his Pen and Stare, he can actually see all the sins and all the crimes these people have committed, and judge how much their, soul is worth in hell. So, he basically goes into bars or really shady places, he calls it his Sinovision. That's what he refers to it as his Sinovision. So he uses his Sinovision to go into bars and all that, look at people, and see how much their souls would be worth in hell, and how much they would be worth to Blackheart. And then he becomes Ghost Rider, goes out, punishes them, and, more or less, he can actually... His chain is a little different. He can actually use the chain to reach into people's souls and rip them out of their body, thus sending them straight to hell. So yeah, he believes that it's a raw deal. He's making one villain powerful. But to see Star, and maybe he can do some good here. They're all going to a bad place anyway. So he's helping Blackheart, achieve power over his father, who is also a really bad guy. But on the other hand, he wants to Marco knows that, once again, like I said, Marco knows that this is a really, really, really bad idea. But on the other hand, now he can see, as long as Blackheart keeps his end of the deal, which of course it's a demon, there's always a loophole. But on the other hand, now that he has to do this, he has to be a Ghost Rider for Blackheart, he actually has to, he can now, he can punish people, and, they're bad people. It's not like Blackheart's telling him to kill good people, so he's kind of looking at it a glass half full kind of situation, because that's really the best he can do right now. That is literally the best he can do on this moment. He can't do anything else about it. So, like I said, Marco's Ghost Rider, I kind of imagined his Ghost Rider vastly different in design-wise. I mean, yeah, the leather, maybe have a leather jacket, like a leather trench coat, the chains, even have a Hellfire shotgun. The other thing is that, much like one of Danny's other forms of his Ghost Rider, Marco's Hellfire in his Ghost Rider form is blue. It's blue. And much like all Ghost Riders, nothing mortal can hurt him. It's only like magic-based weapons or holy weapons that can harm him. Marco can't enter a church or someplace on hallowed ground because, well, his soul's kind of damned. So, unlike other Ghost Riders, if he ever goes into someplace holy, like a graveyard or a church or someplace blessed, he'll start to feel weak, and he'll start to lose, his powers will start to wane, and he'll actually feel very sick. So he can't go to church anymore. He can't do any of that stuff anymore because he had also another thing is that Marco, because he his soul got literally ripped out of him by Blackheart. For insurance, Blackheart said it was for insurance. Marco can't feel pain. He can't feel pain. He's in his human form. He's incapable of feeling pain. But however, that means he can't feel anything else. The only emotion that's keeping him going is that he wants to see Star again. Everything else, like joy and anger and all that, he does feel anger. Let's face it, Blackheart would keep that emotion in there. But a lot of other emotions, it's really hard for him. So yeah, that was kind of the big idea here with his Ghost Rider. Now again, this was all just kind of the running idea. So that was kind of the running idea. I didn't really have a big story planned for him in terms of what was I going to say? Like a big overarching story. This was just kind of the loose concept I had for Marco's Ghost Rider. I wanted to keep it true to Dan Ketch and all that. I mean, not to discredit Robbie Reyes. I like Robbie Reyes, but yeah, I've always been more partial to Dan Ketch and to Dan Ketch more than anything else. So I wanted to do something, and since it's the all new, all different Marvel universe he's in, yeah, why not be all new, all different Ghost Rider? But yeah, that was kind of the thing, is that it's like most of my fanfiction, it's very much like, that's a cool ass idea. How the fuck do I do that? I mean, yeah, I know it sounds like I have like a whole thing, but that's it. That's just really the loose concept for this story. That's literally the loose idea I have for this story, is that and nothing else. That is literally it. That's just kind of the loose idea, the backstory, but really no story arcs, not what characters he's going to meet, what character interactions, how does Marco feel about being, you know, a demon's bounty hunt, a demonic bounty hunter, more or less. I never really thought of, like, how would he meet Robbie Reyes or you know, Dan Ketch or Johnny Blaze. All of that other stuff, you know, all the important things to make a story. That's just it, the concept, really. But anyway, so that's kind of really it. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the idea of Marco Diaz, Marco from Star vs. the Forces of Evil, being a Ghost Rider in the all-new, all-different Marvel universe? Same with, like, Dipper as the Hulk, and Penn being the new Iron Man in the all-new, all-different Marvel universe. Anyway, so do you guys like the idea? Do you guys hate the idea? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.